Okay, here we go. The Trash Mouth Fantasy Football Week 5 podcast is back. I'm back from my 2-week hiatus. And what do we have on the phone? We got the two-time defending champ, Grim Reapers, has a lot to say, I'm sure, on this podcast.
Hello, Dave. Welcome back. Before we start, I want to say we missed you for 2 weeks. Sal did an excellent job of filling in for you. I hope everything is good with you and good to see you back on the show.
Thank you very much. Let's get right to it. Grim Reapers, you just set a career franchise record, 91 points in the 28-year history. This is the 8th highest score ever. What are your thoughts on that one?
That's a pretty amazing feat, man. Out of all the long history in this league, that's pretty impressive, if I have to say so myself. I needed every bit of those points too, because there was somebody right there knocking on the door to get this interview, and I happened to get him by 1 point.
There you go, Grim Reapers. You just set a week number 5 record with 91 points, breaking the record held by Doug for 18 years. Some of Doug's records in 2000 have been pretty much impossible to overcome. What are your thoughts about taking down Doug's records almost 18 years in the making?
Being that he was a legend in this league, I feel proud of myself to accomplish that feat, and hopefully it's a sign of things to come and other record-breaking feats for me this year.
All right, we have a special request that came in 2 days ago on the Trash Mouth podcast email line. The owner of Gino's Philly cheesesteaks on Broad Street has said to us that anytime Grim Reapers wants to come down for a couple of cheesesteaks on the house, since the Eagles defense took a couple to the house, you are more than welcome to get a complimentary cheesesteaks anytime you're in the Philadelphia area.
Wow, that's amazing. I love a good Philly cheesesteak, and it's always a tough choice between Pat's and Gino's, but it looks like he's swaying my opinion his way, and I would definitely take him up on the offer.
All right, Grim Reapers. Not a lot of GMs know this, but your draft pattern, you find a good, solid running back number 1 when everybody chases the running backs earlier in the draft. You find these diamonds in the rough, the Todd Gurleys, the Aaron Jones, the Joe Mixons of the world. Aaron Jones leading the NFL in touchdowns. Aaron Jones on the Green Bay Packers. Tell us about your mastery finding a hot running back in the middle rounds of the draft.
It's a basic, for me, it's a basic formula that I use in a draft. I figured it out. Number 1 running backs on teams get as many carries as the guys that are going in second round. And I can't believe in a league like ours that these guys take chances in drafting running backs so early. You're going to get the same value later on, and I've proved it the last couple of years that my formula works, and I think I'm going to prove it again. As a matter of fact, I'm sure I'm going to prove it again this year that my formula works, and hopefully it continues rolling on.
All right, Grim Reapers. Another player on your team, and I'm sure you know who I'm going to say next, is having, right now, if the season ended after 5 weeks, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to let the two-time defending champion say it so the whole world on YouTube can hear it and everybody in this league. Who's the MVP after 5 weeks on the Grim Reapers and in the NFL right now?
The MVP in the league right now, on my team, I would say it's Amari Cooper is the best player on my team, and I don't think for the NFL, but Mahomes has been incredible. But the best player on my team has been Amari Cooper.
Okay, I thought it would be Russell Wilson, but if that's what you think, it's Amari Cooper. That's another one of your weapons on your team that's producing. Russell Wilson is unbelievable right now. He's having an MVP type year in the NFL, and a lot of heat was taken by Chet drafting him early last year, but you took him, and he's providing you excellent production.
Oh, well, the value where he fell to is incredible. You're right. I totally forgot about Wilson, but that's the type of player he is. He flies right under the radar. You don't think about him until you see his stats at the end of the year, and they're just ridiculous. Yeah, he was very good value. I couldn't believe he was available that late in the first round.
Now, this part of the podcast, this is where the honesty comes out of the Dave segment of the podcast. Everybody can't stand the Grim Reapers. He's winning. He gets in everybody's mouth and grill. He's trash talking, blah, blah, blah. And really, the only way to stop you, to shut you up, is to beat you. And a lot of GMs get caught up in it. So what's your feelings on a lot of GMs just frustrated that you're just constantly texting and running everybody up. You're trash talking, but the statistics prove it. You're number one in points. You're defending champ. It's like, guys, if you want to shut me up, you got to beat me, right?
That's exactly right, man. It is called Trash Mouth Fantasy Football for a reason. I enjoy it. I like to get into my opponent's heads. I see them shaking. I see guys when I get in their faces at meetups. I'm in their heads. I know there's certain GMs that go to bed just thinking about me and how great I am. But one day they might get there. I might be long retired by then, but maybe they can get there when I'm gone.
All right, we have a question from Jonathan from Texas, and he is a Cowboy fan. Jonathan wants to know if you could dress up as a Grim Reaper and come to his Halloween party in a couple of weeks. He'll give you the address. He loves your logo. He loves everything about the Grim Reapers. Jonathan in Texas. I think he's in Dallas. How ironic.
I will definitely come to your house for Halloween. We'll go trick-or-treating. I like Kit Kats, Twix, and Snickers. I'll be there.
All right, Grim Reapers. This segment of the podcast, which you've been pretty much doing the parting shot since you got on the phone. What's your message to anybody or a specific GM in the league? You've got the most points now, 2 out of the last 3 weeks. You had 91 points. You're starting to get a little momentum going and showing the powerhouse team that you have. What's your parting shot?
Parting shot is for the entire league. I mean, I'm the carrot out in front of the horses. I'm that carrot that's just you guys can't seem to catch. It's been 2 years now. I want a little competition. My division, it's already set. My division's over. I have a tough opponent this week, and he's had my number the last couple of seasons. He's turned it on against me. And I don't know. What else can I say? When you're good, you're good. What else can you say? Try to catch me if you can.
That's coming from the 2-time defending champ Grim Reapers on the phone. So Grim, it's been 360 games. We've had the podcast going for about 10 years straight now. You're on it for the second time in 3 weeks. What's the formula? It's a simple one, but obviously everybody has to be reminded. So, Grim, you do a good job of reminding people a lot of things. How about you remind people how you get on this show and get the nice ice-cold beer, the nice frozen cocktails, the appetizers in the podcast room. You might even see Tracy Trend Tracker through the halls here and there. What's the formula to get on the damn show?
To hear you and to get interviewed by the man, you have to score the most points every week, and I seem to be having a little bit of a good run here, and hopefully it keeps going. It's always a pleasure talking to you. You're great.
That's it. The producer, wanted to cut this podcast short as commercial privileges after 7 minutes. But when you score 91 points and you're a two-time defending champ, you get bonus minutes, right, Grim Reapers?
Oh, thank you very much to the producer. I know I bring in the ratings, so everybody wants to see me. They always want to put me on Monday night, Sunday night, prime time, baby.
All right, Grim Reapers, thank you very much for being on the show and showing everybody else how to do it, when to do it, why to do it. You just don't win, but you tell people little secrets of your success, and obviously most GMs are not following it because it's there it's all for everybody to see. So thank you again. Good luck this week, and I'm sure you'll be somewhere in New Jersey area this weekend for Dallas at the Jets, I'm sure.
Yes, I will be seeing my Cowboys at MetLife, and hopefully we can come away with a W.
All right, thank you very
See you soon.
Thank you very much.
All right, buddy.